The car died at 2:14 a.m., not stalled, not overheated, just stopped. Ethan Parker sat frozen behind the wheel, staring at the dashboard as every light blinked off at once. The radio cut mid-sentence, leaving a silence so deep it made his ears ring. Outside, the road was empty, no streetlights, no houses, no signal, only fog, thick, crawling fog that pressed against the windshield like it was curious. Ethan stepped out of the car. That's when he saw the building. It hadn't been there before. A three-story structure stood just off the road, its outline halves wallowed by mist. One light burned above the entrance, flickering like it was struggling to stay alive. A rusted sign creaked in the wind. Hillcrest Guest House. Ethan frowned. He had driven this road dozens of times. There had never been a building here. His phone buzzed weakly. 1% battery, no service. He swallowed and grabbed his bag. One night, he muttered, just one night. The front door opened before he touched it. The reception warm air rushed out, smelling faintly of dust and something metallic. The lobby was narrow and dim, lit by a single bulb hanging above a wooden desk. No cameras, no exit signs, just a bell resting on the counter. Ding, the bell rang on its own. Footsteps echoed from somewhere behind the desk. A man stepped forward, thin, elderly, with pale eyes that didn't blink enough. "You're late," the man said. Ethan hesitated. "I need a room." The man nodded slowly, as if he'd expected that answer. "Name, Ethan Parker." The man slid a ledger across the desk. Ethan's stomach tightened. Every page was filled, not with different names, with the same one, written again and again in different handwriting. Ethan Parker, E. Parker, Ethan P. Ethan flipped through the pages in disbelief. "That's not funny," he said. "I've never been here." The man smiled. "No one ever has," he replied. He reached under the desk and placed a key on the counter. A single tag hung from it. "Room 7, you'll hear rules." The man added, "Follow them." "What happens if I don't?" The man leaned closer. "Then you stay." The stairs, the elevator doors were sealed shut with metal bars. "Out of order," the man said, though he hadn't been asked. Ethan climbed the stairs. Each step groaned beneath his weight, echoing far longer than it should have. The hallway lights flickered as he passed, one by one, like the building was watching him move. On the second floor, he heard whispering, not words, breathing. He didn't stop. On the third floor, only one door stood open, room 7. Inside, the room was bare. Too bare: a bed, a mirror, a small table, and a cassette recorder resting neatly at the center. The door closed behind him. Click. The lock slid into place. The tape, the cassette recorder, clicked on by itself. A voice filled the room, Ethan's voice. "If you're hearing this," the recording said, "you didn't leave when you had the chance." Ethan backed away. "That's not possible," he whispered. The voice continued, calm and tired. "Room 7 isn't for sleeping. It's for remembering." The mirror across the room reflected Ethan perfectly. Then it blinked. He didn't. Words began appearing on the mirror, scratched as if by invisible fingers. Rule #1, do not look into your own eyes after 3:00 a.m. Ethan checked his watch. 2:58 a.m. The lights flickered. The cassette crackled. "You won't hear them at first," the recording warned, "but they'll hear you." The clock ticked. 2:59. Ethan turned away from the mirror. Behind him, something inhaled.